Hey, it's me, Master Walrus 9, back with another episode of Walrus's TCG Dailies. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, I will say, I just recorded another video, so there is no dailies to go off of, but I was in just such a mood that I wanted to record another video, so here I am, because I got another beautiful deck I want to showcase. This was another deck that they threw in as one of those free decks that you could obtain with the pass, premium pass, whatever. This is Origin Form Dialga V-Star. This deck has a super interesting mechanic. Take a look at this Origin Form Dialga V-Star. Metal Blast, 40 damage, plus 40 more for each steel type energy attached to this Pokemon. Metal will be precise, but that's a pretty good move. I mean, ramping energy, logarithmic, linear, whatever you want to call it, energies, attacks they're not bad. The big aspect is Star Chronos. Take a look at that V-Star power. Take another turn after this one. This is crazy. I mean, the ability to take another turn after in a row is insanely good. Everyone in the card designing hemisphere, however you want to call it, knows this is a broken mechanic if done correctly. Look at Time Walk from I think it was the original Magic the Gathering set. It's a very early card. But for one blue and one colorless, you can take another turn. Broken. Now, they've released more mechanics that are able to manage it. However, this isn't terrible. It's a 5 energy cost, which is a lot. But you're going to be able to cheat out this energy with this beautiful boy right here, Magnezone. Giga Magnet. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Put any steel type energies you find there to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Oh my goodness, that is such a nice card. Because you're able to ramp up super fast. It's specific to metal energies, but you know who wants metal energies? This guy right here. You're going to be able to hit with Star Chronos, then do Giga Magnet again and get an insane attack off of Metal Blast. When you do have the energies for Star Chronos, you're hitting for a 240 with Metal Blast. You run up one more metal energy, and that is enough to hit 280s, kill most things. We're running 14 energy. This is to be consistent. You could, in theory, get some brick out, some nasty stuff, but we run the supporters to help manage that. We're looking at a single copy Battle VIP pass. You might want more, but I think it's fine. I didn't edit the deck much. I like to pimp up the cards, as I call it. You know, give them nicer looking variants if I have it available. However, this being a deck that they gave out, I want to keep it as close to possible to the original version that they have. So we got, you know, we got 3 rare candies. I might want more. Take this one out. Put in one of you. I didn't realize I had this one. Nice looking rare candy. Tool Jammer. Full face guard. Energy recycler. Escape rope. It's the gigs. It's the gimmicks. Yeah, I really can't complain. There's not much to say about the deck. Except you want to try and hit with the Dialga V-Star. To run your engines, you're supporting with B-Barrel and Zamazenta V. Zamazenta V's not ideal, but I mean, if you're on your first turn, it's a mini Professor's Research. It's not terrible. And Revenge Blast isn't bad. With the decency of Ice-type decks with Chien-Pao EX, Metal's not bad. And there's nothing crazy in terms of fire that we have to be scared about. Now, if you're a bit worried about Tachyon Bits and Iron Valiant EX, they sometimes run fire Pokemon. Oh, I forgot to take out this rare candy. Whoopsie. I was wondering why I was at 61 cards. Anyhow, if you have Tachyon Bits as a fear, that might be something to worry about. But that's really the only deck I see running fire. And that's just with Entei V. If you can manage out the Entei V, then you're fine. We're playing against a 390 score, a Reed JBR. Waiting for the coin flip. Generic, so they probably just made the deck. Curious on what they did make. I mean, where they have a 390 score, they've played enough games to get some coins for customization. So they either don't know about customization or they haven't customized yet. And so this might just be a test before they go fully in. Now, I like to customize when I am starting out my decks. Part of this was customizing the sleeves or whatever. Gen 4, decent games, but I have my problems with it. I played Pokemon up to Gen 7. I skipped Sun and Moon and played Ultra Sun. I did not play Gen 8, haven't played Gen 9, didn't play... rough opener. Didn't play the Legends Arceus. I played a ton of Pokemon. I played Coliseum on the... I think it was called... Yeah, Coliseum on the GameCube. I played XD, Gale of Darkness. I played Pokemon Dash, the mobile racing game. Not mobile, but the DS racing game. Not a terrible opener. We can manage. We can manage. The full face card's going to be nice. See where they go. Anyhow, I play a lot of Pokemon. Or have played a lot of Pokemon. Sometimes if I'm bored, I'll come in. I recently did a bug-only run with Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Because I'm a huge fan of bug-type Pokemon. No. I played a Pseudo Nuzlocke for Heart Gold. I played on Platinum a bug-only run. Yeah, I think it was Platinum. Might have been Pearl. Anyhow, my Pseudo Nuzlocke was I only caught the first Pokemon that I saw. But I didn't do the permadeath thing. I didn't really want to. I wanted to challenge myself by using Pokemon I don't normally play. And so I had stuff like Pidgeot, Sudowoodo I never really use, Ariados. I mean, I love bugs. Huge bug guy. But Ariados doesn't hit it too well. We're going to open up with the Avery. Second Magnemite's not terrible. We got Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of a basic and we'll hit the escape rope. It's a rough call. The question is, do we want to start up the origin form Dialga? And I'm thinking, yeah. Because that extra turn is going to allow us to do a lot. And we're able to dump a lot right here. So we're going to end turn. The Brute Bonnet's an interesting play. I'm wondering if we're going to see a poison effect deck. Such as with the Hisuian Electrode and the Cloth and Super Rod. Okay. Picked up the Dark Energy. So no, it looks to be more of a generic dark ancient deck. Our next set we're supposed to get is Paldean Fates, which is going to have the Shiny Collection and a lot more just general reprints. You're going to see some new stuff, kind of like with Crown Zenith. It's a reprint set, but they introduce a little bit of new stuff. What I'm interested in, though, is seeing what new stuff we're going to get. One of the things I really am excited for is seeing more Ancients and more future Paradox Pokemon. There's a lot that they can really do with the potential of this tag. Tags are super strong, super nice. Not a big fan of that fast setup with the Roaring Moon. Okay, Beat Barrel's not terrible. We're gonna Origin Form Dialga. We're gonna Avery. We'll set this. We're gonna Ultra Ball here, pick up the Bidoof. And we're just gonna hard end turn. I don't need a Pokestop. My rolls with the Pokestop have been fairly terrible. We have the Bidoof for next turn. We're really good. And his hand is double dark and something else. Not quite sure on what he's going to pull up. He did Pokestop. I kind of missed it. Now, if he has boss's orders, we're in a tricky situation. I don't even know if I want to start Chronos immediately. Well, if he's got the Brute Bonnet out, I want to start Chronos. I would rather take out the Roaring Moon EX with consistency rather than risk it with the Star Chronos. So yeah, we're gonna go B-Barrel. Get our engine going, Industrious and Scissors. Fairly good hand. We'll Avery again. So what I'm gonna do is nothing crazy here. We're gonna set up another Magnemite because it's a soft once per turn. We can very much manage it. And we don't have much else. I would love to get the second Bidoof. Don't have it. Second Origin Form Palkia, maybe. I would consider Zamazenta, but free energies in hand is kind of too good to pass up. And we're just gonna, well, we'll Pokestop. We'll Pokestop. Maybe we can pull up our, no, Ultra Ball. Okay. Not the greatest hit. Kind of unfortunate, if I'm being honest. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit here, here. Pick up a, we'll pick up Magnezone. If we get Rare Candy, we can use it on another one, but we need consistency at this moment. And we're in a pretty good position. Okay, so the Magnemite did get knocked out. Super threatened. We're going to throw this Magnemite up here. I want it as a defensive maneuver. What's nice, though, is that we are primed. We can't get counter-catchered. Now, if he has bosses, that's unfortunate. See, there's the counter-catcher I was worried about. Earthen Vessel, okay. Spin the deck out a bit. There goes the Battle VIP pass. That one thing this deck is lacking on a bit is stadiums. You could really justify running Path to the Peak, because this Dialga doesn't have an ability. There goes Greninja. Okay. But again, I let this deck as close to the original as intended. I like to see what they intend for you to play, even if it's what you're just starting out with. So there's the Sawdust Vitality. Okay, okay, okay. Probably double on the Brute Bonnet if I was to take a guess. Like one on the active, one on the bench. Because you don't really need any more on the Salamence. Well, not Salamence, the Roaring Moon. It's a Salamence though. Draws free, but that's the supporter for the turn. Super nice. Did he hard attach energy for the turn? I think he did. If we could slow down that Roaring Moon, that'd be nice. But we're in a, ultimately, we're in a good spot. As long as we're able to hit 2 energy with the Dialga V-Star and the Magnezone, then we are going to be putting in some work. Okay, he gets his own Bidoof into B-Barrel. He gets a draw. Okay, whatever. I don't even know if they run boss's orders in the Roaring Moon EX deck. I do see they run the double switch. I don't use it because I think it's inconsistent, so I don't like to use it. My entire playstyle is based off consistency. Okay. Cross Switcher, that's what it's called. The Avery's beautiful, beautiful card right here. So we're gonna attach that. We're just gonna hit Giga Magnet. Double, beautiful. Can't get better than that. Well, I could get better than that. It could be all 6 as a hit, but we're attach this to the Magnemite here. We're getting Industrious Scissors, then Avery. Okay, double Rare Candy, nice. Triple Rare Candy, that's all 3 of them. Now he's gonna be forced to toss 2 stuff, and I don't know what he wants to toss. The best case for him would be Brute Bonnet and the Greninja. You need to draw consistency of the B-Barrel, and I wouldn't really focus on discarding those Roaring Moons. No, he goes for a Brute Bonnet and a Roaring Moon, which is actually the wrong move. Let's see how he manages up. So we're just gonna start Chronos. We're gonna insta-kill the, well, not insta, but we're gonna kill the Brute Bonnet and take another turn. Basic Metal Energy, beautiful. We're gonna start setting up the second Origin Form Dialga. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, yeah, we hit 240. We don't need to be too stressed on it. We're gonna Giga Magnet. Okay. Giga Magnet a second time. Taking a look at what I have in there. The Ultra Ball is nice. We can dump the Battle VIP Pass, Escape Rope. I'm just gonna peek with Arven. I don't need the boss's orders. So I want to peek with Arven what I have remaining. So I don't have the second Dialga. So only one more energy is really necessary. We also don't have the energy recycler at the moment. The full face guard's not terrible. We're gonna keep that. And we'll Escape Rope. It's gonna be a nice defensive tool. We're just gonna dump it on here and take another kill of Metal Blast. We were slow in our startup, and I think if you were to play this against a person who is really good with what they're doing with Roaring Moon EX, it's going to be a tricky situation. But this was nice. We were able to manage. See, they conceded. They were in a rough position. They couldn't do anything at that point. Yoga Loop is another move that allows for another turn. The conditions on Yoga Loop is insane, though, because it's only 20 extra damage. And it's not usable multiple times in a row. So having a 220 hit with taking an extra turn after this, awesome. Some stuff I would consider running. Probably Lost Vacuum, but we do have the Tool Canceller, Tool Jammer. They get to decide who goes first. We can manage with second. We want to go first just to get that evolution started. Yeah. So them opting to go second seems like it's gonna be a Oh, we gotta make the best of what we got. And while I don't want to put Bidoof in the active, I think that's what needs to be done. So we go Snorlax, interestingly enough. The Avery's not bad. We're just gonna hard end turn. Yeah, I think if you were playing against a way faster Roaring Moon EX, then you would have some problems. But the Roaring Moon EX we took the game on was slow, so we're gonna take that. So here comes out the Pokegear 3.0. Takes up Arven. I'm curious on what he plans to run with the Snorlax. I'd love for him to load up the bench. Absolutely love it for an Avery hit. Devastating. And while I don't think Avery is as major as it should be right now. Oh, Rotom V. Interesting. Love the card. Okay. Arven. Oh, okay. Yeah, they picked Arven over their Pokegear. I thought they played Arven already. They did not. So what did they get pick up? The Rotom V bench is interesting. Okay. They go for Bravery Charm and another Pokegear. So Bravery Charm is going to give a lot more HP to Snorlax. You go off. Okay. Instant charge, draw 3 more cards, but it ends the turn. I think it's a fair ability. Okay, we'll set up the Magneton, because this is going to force a switch on our opponent. I'm pretty happy with running Escape Rope right here. I don't think he's going to be able to kill anything. We can either get some damage on Rotom V, but what I want to actually hit is a Snorlax. Yeah. Avery, again, nothing crazy just yet. We want to attack, so we're going to set up a Dialga. Ugh. I'm going to set up Tool Jammer here. I don't think it's as major. Now, if his... No, okay, yeah. He goes back to the Snorlax. I'm curious on how he intends to get the kill out. If he kills the Magneton, then we're in a tricky pickle. So I maybe could have kept going defensive, but I still think this was the right move. Because he could have easily escape roped or boss's orders or something. Taking a look at Magnezone, his attack takes 3 energy, but it's 120, it's not terrible. Snorlax, so he's blocked, so is it block maneuvers? Is that the mechanic? He picks up another Arven. Okay. I mean, Collapse is a decent enough move if you can ramp out the energy. I don't think you could necessarily turbo it out fast enough. And with the medical energy that prevents sleep, that's nice, but... Okay, he bosses orders, brings up the Bidoof. Does he intend to kill or does he intend to stall? That's a good question. He insta-charges, draws more. Okay. The Ultra Ball's not bad. I don't know if I want to dump my escape rope, but I want the Bidoof draws. Because we can ramp up metal energies onto the B-Barrel if we need. We're gonna hit with Industrious Incisors for the time being. Okay, this is nice. We'll hit with Giga Magnet. Let's see what we pull. Single metal energy. Unfortunate. What I think I'm gonna do is attach that there. Attach... Oh, I should have seen. Do I have another switch? I don't. We'll take up full face guard. Let's take up a Nest Ball. We'll be able to retreat on the next turn. We'll pick up another Magnemite. Full face guard him. And I wish to have the Magnezone prepared to attack. How much I have 0 in trash. I think the most optimal move is to Regal Stance. I think even if it's 1 energy recycler, I can manage with it being trashed. So now his options are to Yono and give me an additional card, or not do that. I'm curious on what the gimmick he's trying to run is. Does he pair with Galarian Meowth? I think it's Meowth, not Berserker. But there is a card that... Misfortune, so it's stall based. So we've turboed out kind of fast, which is going to be unfortunate. But he misses with the Misfortune Sisters. Misfortune's on his end. That's his supporter he wasted. Nasty. If you're nasty. He goes with the Pokegear 3.0. Unsure on what he's going to hit. He goes for Yono. Interesting. It's too late. I don't know if I want to Avery. We're going to Origin Form. Let's hit with the Giga Magnet. 3 energies there. Beautiful. 1, 2, and 3. And we're at stall mechanics. I almost don't want to waste the time. Oh, good heavens. That's right. I can't retreat. That's because of the Snorlax. Yes. Oh. Well, we're still going to be able to take some damage with our Tail Smash. So the escape rope I should not have trashed. Yes. I forget about that. So this is going to be a defensive stall-based deck. Set up the Bravery Charms. Okay. Is he Yono? That's the question. He goes Penny. Okay, good play on his part. I'll admit that. Because that's a major threat at this point. Cards like Boss's Orders and Counter Capture are going to put B-Barrel into a much more predicament of a state. And if we had Boss's Orders, we could force a retreat by Boss's Orderings up the Rotom. So that was a beautiful play on their end. We're just gonna have to start attacking with Tail Smash. I don't think you can mill me out that fast. The issue is gonna be the coin flip mechanic. Does he have heals is the question. Now the nice thing is that we do a flat 100. You know, it's only gonna be 2 hits to take out the Snorlax, regardless if they have the charm or not. Does he have the heals is the question. He goes for Arven. I have the unfortunate feeling that this is going to be a long game. He goes for Switch Card. So he has some mechanic of healing there. Switching to the other one, the Bravery Charm that's not damaged. Yeah. Oh, good heavens. But does he have anything else for heals? I mean, I could not have predicted a deck like this to occur. I really couldn't. And I don't think you need as much switch because of the Magnezone. He goes Palpad. Is he trying to hit Misfortune again? Well, I can look at it. I do want to read Misfortune Sisters. No, he goes for a Penny and the Misfortune. Yes. Okay. The pennies get allow him to heal up, keep him healthy. We might as well attach this right here. And he has means to prevent his own stall out with the Yono. This is going to be a long game. This is a good point of to why cards like Switch are so important in decks. There's a lot of aspects that prevent switching out, status effects, abilities such as this, or just a general retreat cost. And switching is such an important mechanic. Picks up the Switch card. But if that's his only heal option, then he's gonna run low eventually. Almost wish I didn't put the Tool Jammer on Magnezone, but really that was hindsight. You could not have predicted that. We're just gonna end turn by attacking, of course. 3 heads in a row. Uncommon, but we're gonna take it. You know, you can't really complain. Does he switch card again? He might be running Fighting a Low, which is not going to work out in his favor on the mechanic of the... you need less prize cards. It's a comeback card. He pennies. There's a question on how often he can do that. I mean, if he's running... He's not taking prize cards. This is a deck focused on decked out. And it's milling in such the most unusual way. I wish I had a Turo. I mean, again, it's one of those things you never anticipate. Or Fursode Girl. She would be good in this situation. But you never anticipate it. He used a Palpad. I presume he's got multiple, because Erica's invitation. Put a basic Pokemon and switch it. Okay. I can work with that. That actually is a really good aspect for us. Yeah, we're not going to be able to attack. Well, we'll get Rolling Agent going. But we can evolve. Yeah, this is going to thin the deck out, but this is honestly what we need to do. Go right here. Or yeah, Giga Magnet. Hopefully we get the energy hits we need. No energy hits, unfortunate. End turn. We have 1 trash, 3 on B-Barrel, 3 here, 4 here. So that's the 10, 11, 12. That means there's 2 energy remaining. So they might both be in prize cards. And if that's the case, we're in a tricky situation. The Erica's invitation was major. This isn't fun. Yeah, it's a way to win. And I've played mill decks in the past, but at least the mill I played is speedy. This isn't fun because you're decking out at a normal pace. So I might concede. Let's see where they go with the Pidgeot. I mean, the Force Steel Salt Pidgeot V is not a terrible mechanic. It's a card search. It's an investment. Let's see what they pick. Dig at boss's orders, something. Vanishing Wings. Okay. They can't invitation again because we've already used all our basics. We're gonna try and hope that the energies are in there. We're gonna hit. This shuffles back into the deck. It's possible. And if it's possible, we gotta miss. We don't have any means of recycling. Let's just check. Is it in there? It's not. We're gonna concede. If you pull something up, it's gonna be to Magnemite or to use Hamazenta. That's boring. This deck was terrible to play against due to the instance of it being slow mill. I mean, mill all you want. Run any deck you want. You do you. But it's a terrible deck because there's so many ways to manage it. If I was playing a proper deck, one that wasn't pre-built, one that would have more switches to manage out scenarios like that, or decent attackers, or ways to ramp up the energy, or get rid of my active Pokemon, that's not gonna hold out. You milled out in the worst possible way. Because even if you mill, I ran Durant Mill, which is milling 4 cards a turn at its peak. Okay, Magnemite. Tricky opener. Don't know how I want to go about it just yet, but playing against Smashly. Brush deck sleeves. Let's see what happens. This is probably going to be my last one. Have a real sour taste in my mouth from that last deck. Okay, we're playing against Electric. We can manage against Electric. This is a tricky call, and I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna set up the Bidoof. Full face guard here. Yeah, it's whatever. We're kind of just dumping the dump because we're getting Zamazenta here. Magnezone and Dialga V. We have plenty of those in the deck to manage with. I'd rather refresh my hand. You might want to consider running Squawkabilly, but the Zamazenta can work on any turn, which is nice. Hisuian Heavy Ball, do they get a hit? There's the Raikou V. Do they have the Miraidon? Miraidon's the core of an electric engine. Bravery Charm, interesting. We're not gonna be able to one-tap. You don't know, we'll be happy with that. Our hand wasn't the greatest. The Nest Ball's not terrible. Retreating the Raikou. Can't get a kill in this turn, which is fortunate for us. Fleet-footed. Unless he's running Energy Switch Electric Generator, which you don't see too much of. Bravery Charm. Could Electric Generator and switch there. Escape Rope. Oh, good heavens. I really don't want to dump either of these. So I'm gonna dump Zamazenta. If I think I have to fodder anything, it's gonna be Zamazenta. We have our own escape rope to manage. We can pull up. Lost Vacuum, unfortunate. What's he gonna pick? The Tool Jammer is the right choice because it's worth nothing on this Zamazenta right now. You could consider Forest Steel Stone for the deck, but it doesn't really work because you are gonna be using your V-Star ability. We're gonna Nest Ball. We're gonna hit the Origin Form Dialga right here. Oh, good heavens. We'll get rid of Arven and the bosses. Pick up the B-Barrel. Hell, do I hit the Arven now? I think the best case is to hit the Arven now. We'll pick up a full face guard and a Ultra Ball. Perhaps an escape rope. Yes, I think escape rope is the path to go. We'll set this here. We'll Industrious Incisors. Metal Energy, beautiful. Set this up and just end turn. We have the escape rope prepared for the next turn. The Magnemite is primed for a rare candy evolution. There's the Miraidon. Beautiful time to have Avery. At this time, Miraidon EX was a bit threatening of a deck. I think this came out beforehand, but I'm sure they had Miraidon EX at the time in mind. There was also the threat of Arceus V-Star. No, not Arceus. Lugia V-Star, that's the one. So this Arven, this Avery is gonna be a nasty hit. I don't know what we're gonna do specifically. He researches, okay. But we're gonna evolve the Dialga V-Star, certainly. I don't know if I want to escape rope just yet. Those energies could be highly inconsistent. He paths to the peaks. It's not gonna impact us as much as it will him. He gets the electric generator. This is good on the aspect of if he wants to retreat, he has to use a switch or attach an electric energy. He doesn't have the insta-kill on Zamazenta with the Raikou V, however. Does he have another electric generator? That's the question to be begged. He doesn't, he just ends turn. Unique. We're gonna attach the basic metal energy here. Go Origin Form. We're gonna B-Barrel, then Avery. Oh, good heavens. It's very tempting to Arven at this moment. But I think shutting down his board state is much more important. The Magnezone Arven combo is beautiful. We'll be able to pick up a rare candy next turn, go into Magnezone, and we're just going to need to hit 2 energies. We're just going to end turn here. Yes. Miraidon EX and the Mareep. Mareep was the big hit I want to get rid of. Mareep going into Flaffy can be quite the nuisance. Arven, here's somebody is going to pick out probably another... He picks out Switch. Okay. I would have considered a Nest Ball, personally. So he's going to switch, and the Miraidon EX is going to do 220. 220 is such an interesting number, because it hits a lot, but it's also just below where you need it to be for cards like Roaring Moon EX with the 230 HP. It's 200. I'm not entirely certain why he didn't get the full 220. Oh, good heavens. This was absolutely stupendous. So, for anyone who doesn't know what happened, Path to the Peak doesn't cancel out my ability. It makes it so I have no ability. Why is this distinction important? Well, the full face guard will reduce damage by 20 if I have no ability. So, the Zamazenta V now was able to survived the hit with 20 HP remaining. And that is marvelous. So the Star Chrono is not going to instantly kill. We're going to B-barrel just to have the extra card in hand, yes. So we're going to start Chronos here. Might as well take our extra turn, because next turn we're going to be able to boss's orders something up. Probably the Miraidon. Magnezone's nice, yes. I'd love to start setting up a second Magnezone. I don't know if I want to start setting up on the Zamazenta, but we're going to need at least... good heavens. I'm much more threatened by the consistency of the Miraidon EX. So we're going to pull him up. We'll attach another Metal Energy just because it's going to be needed. And in terms of the Ultra Ball, we're going to dump these two. We need something to be able to hit. And our best option is going to be the Zamazenta V at this point, with the exception of the Magnezone. We still don't give him the full 220. Energy Recycler's not bad. We're going to need that for one Origin Form Dialga bites the dust. Let's Giga Magnet. Just start setting up some stuff. We'll attach to the Magnezone here. He's already prepared. And we'll take our kill against the Miraidon. Pick these two. Curious on what he has to play. If he has another Miraidon, which makes sense, it's one of the big hits you need to get the engine going, so you run a lot of it. With Path to the Peak out, however, he's going to have to remove that if he wants to get the Miraidon EX's ability going. But right now, he's only hitting for 100 because of my full face guard. So we might have game here. I would consider conceding. See, he Miraidons. Does he have, say, a Beach Court? No, but he has Ultra Ball. So he's going to 120. Discards the Manaphy and the Electric Energy. That's an interesting play. The Manaphy's not necessary, but I would have done it. I would have placed it on the bench for the extra damage. He did know that the game was forfeit at that point. I had kill in 2 turns and game in 2 turns. He couldn't have done anything about it. We take those. So ultimately, this is the Origin Form Dialga V-Star deck. 2 wins and a loss, and that loss was against a super niche gimmick that I didn't even prepare for. I could not have managed. Ultimately, there might be some variations you would see. I personally take out the single battle VIP pass. Maybe I would replace Zamazenta with a Squawk ability. However, I wanted to showcase it as they gave it, and that is how they gave it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye-bye.